Hello again, this is Mr. Solis from Mr. Solis, well, actually from AQR. And right here we're doing concentration of medicine, and we're doing the part B right here, but I'm going to show you guys how to do this a lot faster. So that way you don't have to go ahead and do, taking 30 milligrams and then push enter times, that brings up the NS, times 0.70 plus the dosage that you have right there, and then you just record your findings. I'm going to show you how to do that a little bit easier using the calculator and the functions. First things first, you look at this button, mode. I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to do two things. Float. This stands for the numbers that are going to be after the decimal. When it goes ahead and says 0, you're rounding to the nearest ones place. This is the nearest tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, and so on and so forth, up to the 9th place. So we're going to set this to the 10th place, so that's 1. And I'm going to look right here, function, and I'm going to change this from function all the way to sequence. And this is for recursion, because this is done recursively. Push enter, there we go. Now, the only thing that's going to change is when I go ahead and if I go ahead and look at this, this is a regular calculator. Everything still works the same except for this. With 30.0, that's to the nearest, what do you call it, tenths. So I'm going to go ahead and look at this. So you have this new setup, and it's a very, very wonky looking thing. Now, it's based off of this stuff with recursion. So remember, this was U sub n is equal to U sub n minus 1 times 0.70 plus whatever our dosage is. So this is our dosage. And whatever we have right here for the beginning now becomes our U sub 1. And this is our n. Okay, so this is all of our good fun stuff. And remembering this from recursive algorithms. So now I'm going to grab this, and you remember right here it says U sub n minus 1, U sub n. Also, if you look right here, look at it very closely, we have it saying n minimum. That stands for our very first number that we're going to be starting with the n. And our our n minimum is basically 1. It's already set to 1, so we don't have to change that. The next part, if you notice, you have U sub n right here. Well, we have U sub n right there. So now we're just going to enter in this part. To get U, we go ahead and hit second and 7. That brings up that U. Now, if you notice here, we have U, V, W. Well, if you look at these letters, this is the way the calculator is set up. Everything that's second is in blue. And if I look at this very, very closely, you see a little blue letter, U, V, W. If you look up here, U, V, and W. And that's where you get those things from, using the blue things, or the second. Then well, that's a long button. Sorry. Parentheses, because we said U sub. And if you want n, you're going to be using this button right here. See how it says x, t, theta, and n? Well, that's what we're going to be using for our x. N minus 1. Then, go ahead and type in the rest. 0.7 plus our dosage. So our daily dosage is 30 milligrams. So every 24 hours we're taking 30 milligrams of this medicine. Push enter. Then we have right here where it says U sub minimum. Basically, that's where we're going to start. So that's basically U sub 1. And our U sub 1 right here is equal to 30. So I'm going to type in 30. Then to go ahead and take a look at our data that's being produced, second graph. And there it is. So we have all this. I'm just going to go ahead and copy it right here. And that's basically it. I mean, come on. It's really easy. You can get this information within, oh, I don't know, maybe not a fortnight, but at least a lot quicker than that. So we have our information, and this is what you're doing in class. This will help us answer all of these questions right here, and that's all I'm going to go ahead and show you. And of course, if this here is for 30 milligrams, if I go to 40 milligrams, all I have to do is change a few things. I go to back to the calculator, hit Y, and I look for where I put in 30. Well, there's 30, and now I'm going to change that to 40. And then also I have 30 right there. Now, I forgot to note the brackets. If you don't put the brackets, they put it themselves in there. So clear. So 40, enter. And that's just meaning that that's for a list of numbers. And so we have a list of 1 right here for now. If you take a look at the 40, that's right there. And of course, 0, 0 is always going to be error because we're not going to be starting from 0. And then you can look at all your numbers. Okay? So see you in class. And, have fun with it. Talk to you later.